Hey yo everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I know it's been a while. We are now going to dive into some Reddit stories and see what goes from there. Am I overreacting? Title is, My Boyfriend Was Late for a Date. Alrighty, let's dive into this. This could really go anywhere. I have not read this one, so we are gonna go on an adventure together. This week, my boyfriend and I had a double date planned with some of our close friends. The day was actually kind of centered around me, as my favorite movie was being put back into theaters for a limited time, and months ago I had said I wanted to go. Bought me and my boyfriend tickets and asked him to go with me. I also asked my best friend if she and her boyfriend, I'll call them Ben and Kate, would like to go with us. Ben bought the tickets for the two of them, and the plan was all set. The night of the date rolls around and my boyfriend comes home from work and starts getting ready for the gym. He's home around 4 and the movie isn't until 7:30. So I start getting ready and figure we'll be fine. Around 6, Kate texts me and says that since the movie is around dinner time, she and Ben are going to get pizza at the place around the corner first, and if my boyfriend and I want to meet them there. I say he's still at the gym, but I'd like to go. I text him to ask, and no text back. Ooh, this is the juicy part. He gets home from the gym around 6:45 and immediately hops in the shower. Ooh, that's kind of close. The movie starts at 7:30. Okay. It's half an hour drive to the theater, and at this point, I'm sitting on the couch with makeup on just waiting for him. Kate texts me and lets me know she and Ben are at the pizza place. My boyfriend spends like 40 minutes in the shower. By the time he gets out and drives us to the theater, even the trailers and everything, we've missed the first 20 minutes of my all-time favorite movie, and I'm starving because I've eaten nothing. Ooh, that's not good. You lose brownie points for this. Normally, I wouldn't be mad that he made me late for something, but I had made it very clear in advance that I was really important to me, and he's known about it for literally 3 months. I'm embarrassed he treated me like that, like an afterthought, and prioritized the gym over it. He's there constantly and could have gone after the movie if he really wanted to. And it's even worse seeing how easy it was for Kate's boyfriend to just leave a couple minutes early so that they could grab a slice and make the movie on time instead of being late and hungry. I've been mad at him since Thursday night for this, and when he asked me what was wrong last night, I said, I'm upset about being late Thursday. And he said, seriously, I'm not talking about that again. And of course, went to the gym. Okay, that's a hard one. I hate this though, that's so frustrating. You literally told him 3 months in advance, and he went to the gym and then spent 40 minutes in the shower. Okay, seriously, first of all, who spends 40 minutes in the shower? That's such a waste of water. What is he doing in there? Holy smokes. Honestly, yeah, you have every right to be mad just to the fact that you literally told him 3 months in advance. He had so much time and then came home at 6:45. Nah, he doesn't respect you, and he doesn't respect your time, obviously. I don't know, girl. I don't know what to say, because, yeah, he just sounds like he's being selfish. He obviously doesn't care about your feelings when he's like, oh, seriously, I'm not talking about that again. This one is under confession. The title is, I purposely seek out cute therapists because that's the only way I'll stay consistent. Okay, here we go. This is a confession because it's embarrassing to say out loud, but honestly, I don't even care. I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. Therapy isn't for everyone, and there are basically 2 types of people who should go. 1, people who need just a few sessions to sort out short-term issues, and 2, people who are willing to commit to long-term therapy to work on their long-term problems. You might hear people say just give therapy a shot, you can't go wrong. Honestly, I'm not buying that. If you're not fully in it for the long haul, you might just waste a bunch of time and money. When I was 16, my parents tried to send me to a few therapists, and the first one felt like she was my grandma, and I couldn't stick with it. I tried 2 male therapists after that, and I couldn't connect with either. Then I found Jenny, this really cute therapist in her late 20s or early 30s. I was really excited for every session and I paid close attention to everything she said. She used to give me those little homework assignments and I always did them. I took her homework seriously and I always was on top of things. When she occasionally made mistakes or said things that were inaccurate, because she's human, I did not say, "Therapy is stupid," and give up. I never missed a session, and I don't see her anymore after I turned 18 because she only worked with pediatric patients. Jenny really helped me get better. That's good. I know what helps me to stay motivated, to stay committed to therapy. Since I turned 18, I looked for different therapists, and when I found Lauren, I booked my first appointment, and I have not looked back in 5 years. Even during the pandemic, I kept seeing Lauren, and she has helped me so much. I probably won't be seeing Lauren for the rest of my life. One of us might move somewhere that's too far, and I hate virtual therapy. Lauren might change careers at some point, or maybe my insurance will change, and eventually she's going to retire. The next time I'm looking for a therapist, I will look for another cute girl. I keep it professional, no weird comments, no creepy behavior. I respect professional boundaries and I don't do anything creepy, obsessive. Both Jenny and Lauren give hugs and that's literally it. Okay. As for my love life, it's going awesome. I'm in a solid 3-year relationship and it's great. My girlfriend loves Dr. Lauren too. She even came to a few sessions with me. My girlfriend actually wanted to be Dr. Lauren's patient herself, but it's against their office policy for the same therapist to see couples individually. Yep. Different people choose their therapist based on whatever their reasons are. I pick a cute girl because it keeps me excited about going to therapy and it helps me stay committed. No matter your reasonings for seeing a therapist, don't be ashamed. Okay, well, this one's a hard one because the person who had this confession got a lot of hate comments because honestly, this is a bit controversial just for the fact that you're admitting that you're seeking an attractive person. I mean, it's hard to say because at the end of the day, if that's what helps you get better, that's what helps you heal, and that's what's healthy for you, then go for it. But I also understand the people that are just that's kind of offensive. Don't only seek out an attractive therapist. But at the end of the day, it's what works for you, honestly. But let's read some of the edits and stuff. So edit. I respond to most comments together at the end of this post, and let me start with the big misconception here. You can read the rest at the end. 1, a lot of comments seem to think I have no other motive for going to therapy besides talking to cute girls, and that could not be farther from the truth. I won't go into details of my situation here, but I have some real clinical reasons for why I go. My cute therapist and I work together on addressing those issues, and I have made a lot of improvement. So that's good. Okay, now let's go to the other part. So, read comments. I'm glad this post has started some conversation. Most of your comments are premature judgments that are fueled more by anger than by knowing the facts. So, it will not be productive to respond to everyone individually. Thanks anyway for sharing your comments. I think I can clear up some misconceptions and respond to some general patterns here. 2. I'm seeing this idea that I should tell my therapist about this, and I will not be doing that because it's not even close to a good idea. Yeah, that might make your therapy sessions very awkward. Don't do that. Therapy is a professional environment. Laura and I have talked about transference generally, and I know what transference is, but I'm not worried about it in this context. I choose Lauren because her personal experience and research aligned with what my needs were. I also chose Lauren because I thought she was pretty and that would help me stay consistent. At least you're honest. I have told Lauren the part about her research experience and clinical areas of interest. It's not going to be helpful to tell her the other part. It will not help either of us for her to know that. No, probably not. She might get creeped out. I'm making real progress here because I've been consistent with therapy and That's what's important. Bringing up something like this could make her uncomfortable, and that's not something I want to do. In the end, there are just some things that don't need to be shared with your therapist if it won't contribute to your growth or your therapeutic process. 3, I'm not objectifying my therapist. That's the one that I feel people would feel that you're doing with a title like that. Ooh. Let's see if I can pronounce this. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. Okay, wait. Objectification, I think I got it, is when you see someone as less than human, reducing them to just an object or tool without acknowledging their humanity. That's not even close to what I'm doing. I fully recognize that my therapist is human who makes mistakes, as her own life, and provides therapy by day. I see her as a great therapist, which is why I go to her. The fact that she's attractive just helps me stay consistent with therapy, and I'm not sorry for that. It helps me keep engaged and doesn't define her or the work that we do together. 4, I posted this here as a confession because it's embarrassing. But I'm not worried about this because it's never gotten in the way of making improvements towards my goals. It's kind of like having a crush on your boss at work, I guess. As long as you can still do your work without being unprofessional, this is the only part that matters. I'm also able to remain honest with my therapist about everything, and I think that matters. And I answer her questions honestly. She has not asked me if I think she's cute or pretty, and I don't really think that's relevant to the issues I see her for. But also, if your therapist is asking you that, that's extremely inappropriate. Why would they do that? 5, as to all the concerns about my girlfriend, all I'm going to say is that my girlfriend understands me really well and knows that I'm not doing anything harmful. Some of you think that by virtue of seeing an attractive therapist, I'm already cheating. I think that's absurd. Cheating is when you're in a separate relationship on the side, which I'm not. Well, there's a lot to unpack there, but the thing that I want to say is that he said cheating is when you're in a separate relationship on the side. That's not true. Cheating is what you define in your relationship, and every single relationship is different. Like, your girlfriend might be fine with you seeing an attractive therapist, but someone else in a relationship would not be, you know? So it's whatever you and your relationship define. But that's, I feel like everyone is curious about, like, is your girlfriend okay with this? And have you actually told your girlfriend that you find your therapist attractive? But if she's fine with that, then all is well, and you're not objectifying anyone, then you're good. Just go on your merry way. But yeah, I think therapy is really important if you need it, and some people need that extra help to actually go and actually commit to the work. And if that's finding a cute therapist, as long as it's in a healthy way and no one's being creepy or unprofessional, I don't see a problem with it. But I also understand everyone that's like, oh my gosh, you're objectifying her and blah blah, but I think you've made it very clear that you're not, so that's good. Keep it very profesh. Okay, this next story is called I Grew Up Only Girl with 7 Teenage Boys. Ooh girl, I already feel bad for you. Okay, so I lived in a 2-story family house in my early teens. We lived downstairs, my mom, my stepdad, and my 3 older brothers upstairs. Has 2 parents with 4 boys too. Ho, big freaking family. So there was a lot of testosterone in the air, to be frank. Ooh, yeah. It seems like it, doesn't it? So we lived with sharing rooms. The 2 boys shared 2 rooms, and I was stuck in the middle with a very, very small space. 5 or 6 kVm. Not gonna lie, I have no idea what kVm is, so definitely not kilometers, so I don't know. Okay, while the rooms looked and smelled awful, I made sure to keep my small personal space very neat and tidy. I also invested in a full TV setup with quite a large TV. Mid/late 90s, so this takes place in the mid to late 90s, the story. So one day I found out that they would also use my room to bring home a girl once in a while? Okay. Flash forward to me on my knees making my bed with a thin spreadsheet. Making my bed with a thin spreadsheet with about 250 flat-headed push needles under it, covering the entire 90 by 200 mattress, and then I left for school. Hey, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Later that day, I got a call from my mom. She had a very hard time trying not to laugh too much. While telling me that one of my brothers had been working hard to get this girl from school. She knew he was a F8. Guys, I don't know if I'm just old or if I've just like never heard this. I have no idea what F8 is. So like a text slang? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should know it, but no idea. Okay, she knew he was an F8, but gave him a shot. So maybe fugly? I don't know. I'm just assuming. Okay, the shot was in my room, on my bed, on a needle mattress. Oh, Taffy didn't want to hear this story. No human was harmed, but no one ever used my room after that. My brother says 25 years later and he still checks his chairs, etc. to make sure there's no needles. Like, that's her personal space. And like, yeah, you could go in, you could watch a movie, and that would be like annoying, but they literally took it to the next level where they're being extremely inappropriate, sleeping with people in her bed. Like, then that brings me to my next question. Like, are these brothers washing the sheets? Are they literally using her bed for the dirty and then just like not washing it for her to come home and not know what happened in there? Like, that is so disturbing. Where are the parents? And it literally said that her mom called her and was like, hey, like, your brother did this with this girl. So she knew. So where's the discipline? That's insane. Oh my god. Like, just the disrespect, man. That's not cool. Oh, sorry, my dog is being so loud right now. Debbie, what you doing? You're clickety clack. Okay. This story is another petty revenge story, and it's called Steal My Stuff and I'll Steal Your Door. A friend of mine had issues with one of his neighbors. They were noisy, continuously drunk, or stoned. Believed they were untouchable. Stole really minor things like potted plants, bins, benches, garden furniture, basically anything that was easily moved and not screwed down. That doesn't sound minor to me. That stuff can be expensive. Alright, after many times of lifting the fence panels up and taking them back, the items that they took, he got annoyed with the balls on them and the lack of real police response. Ooh, that didn't make sense to me. After many times of lifting the fence panels up and taking them back, the items that they took, he got annoyed with the balls on them and the lack of any police response. Middle of summer, they had a habit of having parties, loud music to all hours, and generally scum roaming around the local area, causing trouble. I hate that, man. Like, people gotta work. Quiet down. My mate had nipped home during his break and noticed that the front door was open and one of the parties was going on in the rear of the house. At that time, he worked as a day laborer for an independent carpenter. A plan was hatched. Ooh, okay. They opened the rear doors of the plain white van. He ran over with an impact driver and proceeded to remove the screws from the hinges and steal the door and throw it into the van and drive off. Plan accomplished, they dumped the door on an on-site skip. When he returned that evening, the door was still missing. Was replaced the next morning with a pallet with a mattress stuck behind it. Eventually, someone stole a piece of chipboard and that was screwed in place. Ooh! Oh, interesting. Honestly though, like reading this and then reading the comments are way funnier. Here's how they go. One person says, "This is truly unhinged." And the next person says, "They left the door wide open for this one. If they hadn't acted like total knobs, this wouldn't have happened. I can't get a handle on what you people are talking about." Honestly, this is the best part of the post, and it just keeps going. Damn, people are so creative. But, you know, yeah, that's what happens when you throw in loud parties disturbing the whole neighborhood. People are gonna steal your door, so don't do that. Okay, last story. The title is called Not in Public. Today I was at the laundromat washing clothes. I have met gassy and having a slight bout of diarrhea. weird wording. So I think they're saying that they feel gassy and they're having a slight bout of diarrhea. So I knew when I bent to sit down, a fart was edging and I got to be silent. God to be silent. I don't know if that's the word, but it's a word I've never seen before. So we're just gonna say I tried to keep it silent. That's what we're gonna say. The chairs are hard plastic and I bent down to pick up the keys. I dropped the loudest fart left my body and it made the loudest and longest noise in a quiet laundromat with at least 6 people. I have never been so humiliated. That is so awkward. Okay, we have all been there when you're like holding in a fart but you just can't and you rip it and you're just like, and like honestly this one's hard because you can't even pretend it wasn't you because you literally said it was the loudest and longest noise and you're in a dead silent laundromat. Oh man, I feel bad for you. I mean, we all fart, but I understand why it's very embarrassing. Anyway, that's all the stories I have this time. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to do more of these. So, see you guys later.